Testing, testing. Oh, I think you can hear me now. I see it. I apologize. This is my first time being on here, so I wasn't sure of where to mess with all that. I do apologize for that. The good news is it is only 3:01, and I was supposed to start at 3 o'clock, so this is awesome. All right. So what I was saying, um, I'm here to talk about the Life Pro Fusion X. I absolutely positively love this massage gun. I can't say enough about it. I've had other massage guns. I don't even know where my other massage gun is. I don't even care because this is the one that I use number one. Um, I just want to start with saying a little bit about myself, my background. All my life, I've been an athlete. I've been an athlete since I was 5 up until now. I started my life playing baseball, doing karate, and then as the years went on, I've done some track and field and basketball and some volleyball. So my body takes a pounding all the time. I'm 42 years old, and my body takes a pounding all the time, especially now because my joints, my limbs, they're not as great anymore. I've had ACL surgery and meniscus surgery. Right now, I'm dealing with the shoulder injury. So at any given time, I'm always on the injured list. Uh, I'm also I'm a fitness trainer. Um, I've been doing that for the last 19 years, as well as I work at my local hospital here in the surgery department. Um, Working in a hospital, there's a lot of walking. I walk probably like 20,000 steps every single day, sometimes more. I've gotten up to 40,000 steps in one day, and the ground isn't soft. I don't even get to walk on carpet. I walk on just the hard floor all day long. I'm constantly moving patients and doing all sorts of strenuous stuff in a hospital. Um, I am, uh, see, I talked about I'm a trainer. I'm a family man. I have 4 kids and a wife. Um, my kids' ages are 19, 16, 15, and 7. That's 4, 19, 16, 15, 7. Yeah. Um, they're all athletes except for my 7-year-old, but we're working on him. They play pretty much every sport. My 16-year-old, his main sport is football, but he plays everything. My 19-year-old, his main sport is baseball, just like his dad, but he can play anything. My daughter, her main sport is wrestling and cheer. We haven't gotten her in softball yet, but I have athletes in my house and they absolutely love this thing. My daughter and my middle son has gotten into a car accident before, and so they have some injuries, and they like to use this for the injuries that they have. Um, I'm also a computer nerd, and computer and tech nerd. So I'm an athlete and computer tech nerd. I love this stuff right here. Um, let's see. So somebody's asking, saying that sister has rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. She's now 36, looking for a vibration plate that would be good for her. Any suggestions? I think Joel will be able to talk more about the vibration plate. I don't know as much about the vibration plate. I know a lot of people love it. It's great for exercising on it. Um, and as you know, with arthritis, movement is key. And so I think the vibration plate would be awesome for her, actually. Um, so as far as my fitness lifestyle, I work out about 5 days a week. So more pounding on my body. I mostly do strength training, athletics training. I do a lot of speed and agility stuff. I run most days of the week, probably about 3 or 4 days. I try to get to 4 days in a week. As you know, I'm super busy. The day in life with me and fitness is I wake up early in the morning, get a drink of coffee, I go to the restroom, I grab my massage gun and I start in on my calves and I start in on my quads. Again, I'm using the Life Pro Fusion X. I'm going to open it in a little bit. I just want to just really tell you that, my body's beaten up. I'm sure a lot of yours is, and that's why you're here. And not every massage gun is going to be great. Like I said, I had a different massage gun before. I didn't care where it's at. It didn't work as well. You need something that has enough power and enough, has the right heads on here to actually work. After I do the massage gun, I go for my run. After I go for my run, I come back and I use the massage gun again to loosen up the tight muscles that I have. As far as my injuries, I have an Achilles tendon issue. That's the main problem. That's the main reason why I need this thing. I've gone to a physical therapist, and one of the things he used was a massage gun, and it was absolutely amazing. I knew I had to get one. All the years that I've been running around with this tight Achilles, I'd wake up practically on my tippy toes, have to stretch it out slowly, can barely walk down the stairs, like 1 foot at a time, like a 2-year-old. If I go on long rides in a vehicle, it tightens up. So when I get out the car, it hurts. And, if anybody's experienced anything like that, then you know what I'm talking about. It's tough. And I copped it up to just being, getting older, and this was going to be the rest of my life. Now I don't have to deal with that as much. I do wake up with tight Achilles, but I can if I needed to run downstairs from my bed in the middle of the night, I could do that. When before, last year, this year is the first time that I've had this. Last year, I wasn't able to do it. So this is huge for me. And I have tight calves. I had in the past IT band issues. This machine is great for that. And a lot of other different things for your body. As far as what's in the case, let me show you the case. So first, the case. You get a nice case. Sorry, I spilled something on it. Show the back part of it. It's a nice hard shell. So I've received one before. It was in a box. The box broke like when it got to my front door. I really appreciate this case. I appreciate having the handles so I can transport it with me. I can stuff it in my backpack if I need to and not worry that anything's getting damaged in here. It's awesome. So this is the Fusion X. This is what we have. So the massage gun comes like this in the case. I'll show you inside the case. I love the fact that it has these little sections in here that keeps all the heads in place, and it's nice and firm. I mean, it's not just loose except for this might fall out, but if I turn it, the stuff probably wouldn't just fall out. So that's really nice. I look to have things kind of clean and orderly. So I really appreciate all of that. Um, as far as the gun is concerned, you get this part, all right. This bottom handle part is like kind of it has a great grip. It's a great grip handle. Um, you can take this off. This part is the battery, um, and it just slips out and it slips back in. Just an arrow. So right here, there's an arrow here, arrow here. Yeah, put it together like so, and it snaps right in. All right, and it's in there. Um, it takes a little bit of effort to take it out and put it back in, but that's a good thing. You don't want something that's too loose that when you hit this part, it's going to just slide out. You know, you don't want that to come out by accident. So just hit the button, use a little bit of effort to take it out, and you put it back in just like so. Um, as far as the buttons are concerned, I showed you one button. Back here is the on button, and you turn it off with the same button here. And right here, this is a heated massage gun. So there's a heated plate that comes with this, and it is amazing. Like, it's one of the best ideas that I've ever heard of. So that's awesome. Um, as far as the heads, you have 5 different heads. You have the ball head, like this, the ball tip. I pretty much use this for anything general. So especially big muscles. If I come in the morning, I might just use that just to warm my muscles up, just kind of like loosen it up just enough for my run. Next is this flat tip. The flat tip is a nice general regular tip. If you're unsure of what to use, either use the ball or use this, and it pretty much gets to most of your muscles. You can pretty much get a nice full body massage with those 2 tips. This is just harder, so I do like that. The ball is softer, it's more foamy. If you're sensitive, when you start this thing, your muscles are going to be a bit sensitive with it, and even on its lowest setting. So I always recommend start this on your lowest setting, just so you can get a feel for it. It's a little bit surprising, but then your body's going to get used to it. For me, I can go with the nice hard tip, and it feels absolutely amazing. I can definitely feel my muscles loosening up as the massage gun is going. You also get something for the spine. I like to use this for, you know how your spine is here, and if you use the hard tip, sometimes you get it and you're not supposed to do that, right? This goes on each side of your spine, and it's great. Especially since these act as this other tip number 4 that I'm going to show you. It acts just like this pointer tip, or what Mike is like called the pokey tip. This gets you a nice deep tissue massage. It's more specific. I don't use this as much. I do use it for the muscle where my calf is, but the lower part of my calf muscle right behind where my ankle bone is. That's kind of a hard to reach area. So this gets into nice, good, hard to reach areas. I do like to use it like back here too, because sometimes my neck just starts feeling tight and I need something to get a little bit deeper. But this is absolutely amazing for back massages. I have a buddy whose wife is pregnant, and he got this same exact massage gun for her, and she absolutely loves it. They just had a baby, but during the whole 9 months of pregnancy, they also bought another massage gun, more expensive. They took that back, and when they got this one, and loved it even more. So I don't know what they got before, but this proved to be the best. Last but not least is the heated tip massage gun. Nice flat surface. To turn it on, you press the heated button here. All right. Um, Let me talk about turning on and off this massage gun. So the first thing you need to do is turn it on from the handle here. All right. I love that. I love that as a nice safety feature. That way, if you have it, like if you just have this gun like in your bag or just on the table or something, and you don't have this on and off button, if you accidentally hit this button, then this thing's going to go off. And if you're not around, you're going to waste your battery. So this is a wonderful feature. It also tells you, it has this little indicator that tells you how charged your battery is. Blue means that it's fully charged. Red means that you need to charge it. So the battery life, I believe, lasts about 5 hours. Um, it can last me over a week. I don't do more than about 15 minutes worth of massaging on my body. And a lot of times it's even shorter than that. And that would be 15 minutes cumulative. I mean, before my workouts, I probably spend a good like 3 to 5 minutes on a massage. And afterwards, I might do a little bit longer if I have the time, but it is before work. So I don't spend too much time massaging. I just need something to kickstart my day. So you turn it on from under here, and to start this heated plate, you just hit this button right here. And I don't know if you can see it, but this right here, these two little sun things right there, just turned on. So this is off and this is on. All right. And then to turn it on, just hit the on button just like that. The massage gun comes with 5 speeds. Oh, it's already been warm because I've used this earlier. The massage gun comes with 5 speeds. All right, this is the lowest speed. It's pretty good. Like you could actually use it on, the speed number 1, and as you can tell by my voice, it's it really works. Speed number 2 goes a little faster. I don't know if you notice how quiet it is. You can hear it, but it's not that loud. So speed number 2, that's always fun. Speed number 3, that's usually where most people stop. A lot of people don't go past speed number 3 because, like I said, it can get intense. But it's good to have the 2 extra speeds just in case you need it. All right. So here it goes. Luke, I am your father. All right. So 2 more speeds right here. Speed number 4 and speed number 5. Bam. All right. And it gets in there. Speed number 5 is a lot more intense, but it's still not that loud. All right. And then to turn the speed off, just hit it one more time and it just turns off. Now, let's say you're at speed number 1 and you're done. If you hold the power button down, it turns it right off. All right. It's a nice, cool feature. So you don't have to go through all 5 speeds just to turn it off. Yeah, that plate is starting to get warm. I think the plate it gets to about 113 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not hot, but you feel it. You definitely feel it. So I'm going to turn the heated plate off, and I'm going to turn this bottom piece off. Remember to turn this part off. If not, like I said, you hit this by accident and you're not around, then you're going to waste your battery. To charge it, you plug it into the wall and you plug this part on the bottom, just like that. All right. Now, as you know, you can separate it because I showed you that earlier. So you can separate it. And I like to have it separated like this, have it plugged in, and kind of like put it on my desk and place this part back in the case. Like I said, I like things in a nice order, and that helps me do that. So I appreciate that. I'm going to disconnect this, roll it up. So as far as the specs are concerned, I think I said that it's a 5-hour battery life, and it is a true 5-hour battery life. I haven't specifically tested that out, but I know that I don't remember the last time I actually charged this. It's probably about a week or so. Also, it's pretty quiet. It's about 55 decibels. The motor is about 55 decibels. I don't know if you can hear my refrigerator, but I can hear my refrigerator right next door, and it's about as loud as that. So that's not too loud. What else? It has 5 speeds. I talked about the hand grip, and the heated element is between 113 degrees to 131 degrees. So the I guess the company was started by 2 buddies. I know Joel, and hey Joel, thank you for having me on. They both suffered from ACL injuries, just like me. So it's kind of funny. I tore my ACL last year, or a couple years ago. Last April, I had surgery, and so it takes about 9 months to a year to really heal from that particular surgery, especially the one that I had. It's a quad tendon repair. And I used my own quad muscle. So it took me about 9 months to recover. And during that time, I was able to get the massage gun and really work it. What's awesome about it is because COVID hit and things were closed down around March, the physical therapist that I was seeing, I couldn't see anymore. So I didn't have the massage gun anymore. So I'm glad that I believe I got this in about May or June, and have been loving it ever since. So they sell more than just massage guns, as you know. I was actually pretty surprised at all the things that was sold on the site, and got me really interested. So I'm gonna have to go back to that site and see what else. But as you know, they sell the massage plates. I guess that's a great idea. I mean, I use steps in my classes, and massage plate would be great. I've used Bosu balls and done dumbbell workouts on that. I can just imagine a vibrating plate underneath your feet while you're trying to do, a dumbbell squat or a shoulder press. I mean, I'm sure that'll be awesome. So I definitely want to try that. So as far as I looked online before I got on, I think on the site there's about a 20% off on this particular massage gun. So it's the Fusion X, Life Pro Fusion X. I think there's about a 20% off. I got mine off Amazon, so you can also get it off Amazon. So let's talk about muscle groups it targets. It targets every muscle group. Like I was just showing you, the big ball. Let me just start in on this ball. So one of the things that I like to do that I start with before my workout is I start in on my calves. I can't wait to get to my calves. And when you have to lift your pants up to do this, you can just leave it down like this and just start in on your massage. Like I said, Once I get this thing, I would highly suggest starting with the ball. If you notice, I'm going quite fast. I'm not going very slow. I'm going quite fast up and down my calf muscle. I'm trying to get the blood flow going and lifting it up just a little bit, but mostly blood flow going, waking those muscles up and high. I get right behind my knee. For some reason, when I get behind my knee, it really feels like I'm loosening a lot of stuff up. When I go running, I feel like my calf and my hamstring tends to be tight. And we know that these muscles, they connect to each other and pass through each other. So you definitely want to get your hamstrings and your calf muscles. And then I go towards my legs, my quads, just like this, up and down. Like I said, this is pre-workout. Pre-workout. I also do this before I lift weights. So if I'm lifting weights, I always start with chest. I like to start big muscles first, then I go down to the smaller muscles. So same thing with the chest, waking those muscles up. And this is just level number one. You can use a higher level if you like, but most of the time I don't go past level 3 on my pre-workout massage. Just like this. Get the deltoids. You get the traps back here. And on this one, you know, when you hit bone, it's not as bad. You don't get that bounce. When you use the harder ones, as soon as you hit bone, you hear that? It'll jump a bit. So it really lets you know when you've hit bone or a really tight tendon. I've actually used this on my wife, and she has a super tight back, super tight. And I was hitting some tight muscles, and I was questioning whether I was getting muscles. That's how tight she was, because this thing kept bouncing. But when I put my hand there and was massaging it, and it was a muscle. So here's my triceps. First, gonna bounce on the triceps because these triceps are like a rock. Same with the biceps. I'm not really flexing. Just kidding. All right. So this thing is excellent for the myofascial release. So that's what I do for my pre-workout. My post-workout, you definitely go towards this thing. And I definitely go a lot slower. I really try to follow that muscle up and down. So if I'm doing my calves, I'm right here. And I go nice and slow. Excellent job. Now it's hard to remember to go slowly. I always forget to go slowly. Once I get to a certain point, I love to get right here. Now this is one of those hard to reach places. This plate can get there, but if I use the smaller one, I can definitely get in there a lot better. Yeah, right there. Perfect. I don't have to worry about hitting my Achilles tendon because you don't really want to throw this on your Achilles. Not without having a little bit of muscle there. See, right here is fine. But right here, if I get directly on my Achilles, oh man, that is painful. So, let's see. I've been having to stop using my Riblex to let the soreness in my ankle heal. After a few weeks, I have no more pain, so I use P2 once a day. And after 2 or 3 days, my ankle starts hurting again. What am I doing wrong? Um, for something like that, I would actually, this is going to sound like, a generalized answer, but something like that, I'll definitely talk to your doctor or a physical therapist about that particular thing. The reason why I say that is because I've had issues with one of my toes hurting, which is something that wasn't a thing for me, but my big toe would hurt when I did my general runs, which never happened. And another thing that would happen is when I would go to play basketball, it felt like that I pulled my calf muscles, and it happened on multiple occasions. I'd rest for a couple of weeks, and then I'd go play, and within like 2 minutes, I couldn't continue to play. So I I would have to talk to my doctor for the calf muscle thing. It was the shoes that I was using. So maybe it could be what you're wearing on your feet. Uh, for the toe thing is, because of all the wear and tear, I needed to let that toe heal longer. So the weeks that I was letting it heal um, wasn't enough. So maybe you just need more time, or I would just definitely, talk to your doctor about that and um, see what they say about it. Um, I think that's all the questions that I see. So let's see. So I demoed this. When you first get this massage gun, you I don't remember how long you're supposed to charge it for. I think it's like 6 hours. I know it was, you know, quite a bit of time because I was super anxious to use it. Admittedly, I turned it on and tried to use it anyways, and it quickly ran out of battery. But I was happy to use it. But I think you have to charge it for maybe like 6 hours the first time. After that, it takes only a couple hours to charge it. I'll be quite honest with you. When I do need to charge it, I just charge it overnight, and it's ready for me in the morning. So that's a pro tip. Um, as far as how long to use it, you may not want to use it for longer than 10-15 minutes at a time, especially not in one particular body part. Um, I haven't experienced this thing overheating at all, um, but mostly because you shouldn't be massaging just in general a particular body part for too long. You can start to get bruising. You start to get muscle assemblies like muscle spasms, um, things like that. So, um, like I said, when I do my massages, it's about like 5 minutes at a time. I do spend a little bit extra on my calf muscles, but I like to kind of like move around my body, get to other parts, especially my back. Because when I first start running, the things that hurt on me is, like I said, my calf, but my ankles, because I've rolled my ankle about a million times, and my lower back. I don't have any back problems. I actually, honestly, I might, but I don't feel like I have any back problems. But my back feels tight when I start running. And then after a while, about like 5-10 minutes, it loosens up. Then I can start my runs. When I use one of these before my runs, my back isn't an actual issue. I just start running. In fact, my start on my runs, usually before I had this gun, I would just start my runs, know that it'll take 5-10 minutes for me to warm up and just deal with that, and then start running at a faster speed. Um, Now I literally take off probably faster than I should sometimes, because sometimes I'm about like 5 minutes into it and I'm starting to get out of breath and have to slow it down because my muscles feel so good. and they're so much looser, and my strides are so much longer. So, and there's more bounce to my runs. So, I'm saying, you have to be careful, but that's the reality of, you know, massaging and releasing your muscles and your fascia before you do any sort of activity. This is why they say that you're supposed to do, uh, you're not supposed to do a static stretch. Instead, you're supposed to do a warm up before your workout or your runs or whatever activity that you're doing. And then you can go into the actual activity that you're doing. And it's all because you're you have to loosen those muscles up. Static stretching, it it um, it doesn't elevate that temperature. You know, that's why it's probably good to have the heated plate on here when you're using this, because it does have the heat element and it's loosening your muscles at the same time. So it's very similar to a warm up, and that's probably what I'm experiencing. Um, so yeah. Um, let's see. The my body. Let's talk about how my body feels after. I touched upon that a little bit, but I notice when I get into work, I'm just in a better mood. When I'm at work, I feel more awake, like I'm more alert, as a matter of fact. Um, I've done runs before work before, and I do feel more alert. But this is definitely something different. You can definitely tell that there's something different when I um, go to work and when I'm walking around. The hard ground. You know, I'm a slow walker, but after this, I become a much faster walker because my strides are better. It's not just running, it's walking. I can move. That's the whole thing. My back's not tight. Sometimes when you live with this tightness in your body, you don't really realize what you're living with until something better happens. And this is the better thing that happened for me. And I realize night and day when I don't use this, when I don't do my runs in the mornings, I know that, my day's going to not be as good. I'm a positive I'm a positive person anyways, but I know that my day is not going to be as good. So I definitely love this thing. Um, and I feel like that I'm now moving normally. I can, like I was touching up on before, I can go on trips, long trips. Last month, or maybe a couple months ago, I drove for about 7 or 8 hours to take my son to a basketball tournament in another state. And even though I was tight getting out of the car, just because I was sitting in one spot for such a long time, it wasn't the same type of, tendon and ligament tightness that I've experienced in the past. So I'm very fortunate to um, have that, like all the things. And I didn't even use the massage gun that day. I brought it with me. I brought it with me as long as, along with my clothes and, shoes and everything else. This is what you take with you on a trip. All right. This thing is absolutely amazing. Um, uh, when, let me think here, the difference in my body after I use this product, like I said, when I wake up, I'm not as tight. My Achilles isn't as tight. My back, I sleep better. That's another thing. I don't know if you notice that sometimes when you sleep, you toss and turn because this side of your body feels tight, so you're moving to the other side, and that side of your body feels tight, so you're moving back to the other side. I don't do that as much. I can stay on one side for pretty much all night if I wanted to. I can sleep on my back or my side. I'm not a tosser anymore. I just stick to, one side that I feel comfortable with, and I sleep through the night. I've always been a really good sleeper, but as I was getting older, I noticed that I was waking up just to move. I'm not doing that as much anymore. It's almost like I close my eyes and then I wake up to my alarm clock and I feel ready for my day. So um, not going to bed tight really does make a difference. It's like taking a shower at night. You do feel looser and you feel better and you feel more tired and you just feel good. Then you fall asleep better. Um, so I feel like everything that I was experiencing, I felt like everything that I was experiencing before I had this massage gun was because of my age. Um, before I would do my workouts, I would do the foam roller. And when I do the foam roller, um, other parts of my body would um, fatigue just because of the nature of the foam roller. And so I thought that that was just my reality. I mean, I'm just going to have to loosen the specific parts of my body just to do the workout that I want to do, just to get a little bit of an edge. Um, um, my quads feeling a little bit fatigued just for a few minutes. Um, but then it would, I guess, go away. So in a way, I was kind of spoiled when I got this because no longer do I have to sit there on a foam roller. I can just sit there and or stand and do my massages that way. Um, I recommend this product to everybody. It doesn't matter if you are um, a runner, a weightlifter, mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin. If you're a physical therapist, athletic trainer, um, personal trainer, coach. Um, I, I think every team should have this. Every workplace should have this. I remember I was at work and one of the ladies, she brought this last Christmas to work because she bought it. I think it was after a Black Friday deal or something. And people were literally lining up to try it out. And most everybody loved it. Um, I think the ones that weren't too thrilled about it, just they weren't used to the initial kind of like a little bit of shock. And you know, she did bump up the speed just to show how strong it was and everything. So people got that part, so they had to make a judgment on that. But um, most everybody absolutely loved it. So, but they didn't have this one. So I think they'd love it even more if they had this one. Um, as far as anything else, I think that's what I have. Um, if there's any questions, go ahead and ask. I know that I've been, talking and rambling and looking at to see if anybody has any questions about this particular product. But I'm definitely open to some questions, and um, I believe Joel is on, and he'll jump on to ask some questions also. In the meantime, I just thinking of more things that I can say about this. I mean, I literally have gone for 40 minutes talking about one product and happily doing it. Happily doing it. Um, I don't usually do that. I can talk about a lot of things for a long time, but not for 40 minutes. So when I got the opportunity to talk about this thing, I jumped at it and was happy to be able to do this. Yeah, definitely let us know if you have any questions. Um, I don't have any questions. Yeah, The only question is, when are you going to get one of these? That's the real question. I think everybody should definitely have it. Like I was talking about my kids, they use it, you know. I said that I used to have a different one, a weaker one. I don't even know where it is. My kids don't know where it is because as soon as you get something like of this quality, you don't look back. You just keep using that same thing. And because we're a 6-person family, and you know, at least four, well, 3 or 4 of us use this. This gets used a lot. I mean, I have to. My kids are really good about putting this back in the case and uh, charging this up when they need to. So that's really nice. If you have athletes in the house, they will thank you immensely. You know, especially if you know you're a football player, you're doing 2-a-days. My son was coming home looking for this, begging me like he would have paid me to use this if I would have charged him. He just needed it. In the past, he probably needed a massage and everything, but because he got a taste of the good stuff, he needs it. He's like, loosen these muscles for me. So, all right, good deal. I guess what I can do is talk a little bit more about myself. I'm good at that. Uh, like I was saying, I'm an athlete. My main sport is baseball. Been doing that in college, semi-pro, and I still do it to this day. I coach and I also umpire. Um, oh, if you're an umpire, being in that squat position, you know, up and down, walking around in those shoes that aren't all that comfortable, great for your feet. Great for your feet. Great for your legs. Um, so definitely, I can only imagine what other officials are doing because being an umpire is not as much running and moving around, which is probably why I do need this because standing around is even worse than walking around. But if you're like a soccer referee, all that running, that's a lot of running. You got to be in shape for that. Um, see, I work at the hospital. Um, my local hospital. Been doing that for the last 19 years. Um, and I love my job. I love all the things that I do there and as a fitness trainer. As a fitness trainer, I do speed and agility training for kids. I'm certified through International Youth and Conditioning Association, um, International Youth Conditioning Association. I'm a certified speed and agility trainer. So I also am certified ISSA, International Sports Sciences Association, as a trainer. Um, and I've had that certification for probably the last, I would say 17 years. Um, I'm always educating myself. Like I said, I'm a computer nerd, so this online streaming stuff is awesome. I absolutely love it. And um, it saves me a lot of time. Um, I put in more effort probably because I love editing videos and throwing things out there and doing all that computer nerdy stuff. And then I get to do my athletic stuff by, doing the exercises and showing the exercises and coaching and instructing. So it's a lot of fun right now. And um, I highly suggest that if you are a trainer right now, um, to definitely go the online streaming route, the video streaming route, because it's a good thing. One thing that I didn't mention is on the Life Pro website, they do have videos of workouts. So they do have workout videos. They have workout videos with the actual platforms. Um, they have bands, um, and so that's one thing that I like about this company is they're not just products; they're for the consumer. They help you out. They find solutions for you, whether it's fitness or therapeutic. So that's an that's an awesome thing. So you can just mosey over to lifepro.com, I believe, with LifePro Fitness or lifepro.com. Maybe Joe can throw that website up. I think lifeprofitness.com. Yeah. So awesome, awesome. So I think my time is, oh, there it is. Awesome. Lifeprofitness.com. I was definitely trolling the website looking for my next purchase. So I think my time is up here. Um, Joe, give me a thumbs up. And I might stay on here for another minute for any other questions. There's a few more people on here watching. You may have missed some of what I was saying. I know that the video cut out or something. Um, so I'm more than happy to go through any questions about this product and the I'm back. All right. So thank you all for watching. I thank you so much for that and listening to all the things that I have to say about the Fusion X. See you later.
You done, Dad? You're done?
I am done.